Video fuck up. Welcome back, Amiibros, to Bioshock. In the last episode, we completed Cohen's masterpiece, granting us access to Hephaestus. So what are we still doing in Fort Frolic? Well, I'll get into that in a bit, but for right now, let us explore two areas I completely forgot about, starting off with Sinclair Spirits. So starting off, Sinclair Spirits is definitely one of the more unsettling / creepy parts about Fort Frolic. Don't get me wrong, the level was already creepy and foreboding in plenty of instances, but it's here I feel that this place sort of encapsulates that feeling. You know, I mean, you already have the splicers covered in plaster greeting you as you enter the room, which is very unique, I would say. You know, it definitely catches you off guard. But by pressing this switch behind the counter, we now have access to this hidden room. Yeah, I'm pretty shocked about it too, lady. I'm walking in here. Just gotta be sure, you can never be too careful. See a power to the people station. Let's get a little bit drunk, just so we can mask our fears. Before we access the power to the people station, though, let's hack this safe. What do we got? Pretty nice. Definitely makes up for the buyout option, that's for sure. So what shall we upgrade? I think I'm gonna go for crossbow damage, I think. Right? Pretty sure I should know this, I recorded it. Yep, crossbow damage. Well, all said and done here, let's get the hell out of here. Ah! Legitimately re-recording this footage. I did jump a little bit seeing that. It's just so creepy, man. You don't expect it. You know, this game definitely pulls some curveball punches on you at points. And oh boy, that's no good. Let me listen to this jukebox. I need to forget what I just saw. That's nice. Next on our places we have yet to visit is Pharaoh's Fortune Casino. You thought Surprise was the big gambling center for Poseidon Plaza? Well, you ain't seen nothing yet. Because in Pharaoh's Fortune, there are slot machines everywhere. As well as a security camera that's very easy to miss. And will most likely detect you if you're not careful enough, so be wary of that. While we explore Pharaoh's Fortune, I figure now's the best time to elaborate on why I'm exploring areas I said I wouldn't be exploring until way later. The main reason for that is, throughout the past couple of episodes, the video has been glitching up, and I've expressed my discontent with it, as it only got worse and worse, but I powered through it. You know, only a few seconds of video was garbled up, and the rest was fine. So I figured, you know, it's not a big deal. You know? That is, until I got to Hephaestus, where the footage just shat the bed completely. And I realized there was no powering through it. You know, for example, I was at the beginning area of Hephaestus, and the video just cut out. It was just a black screen for a few seconds. Until I arrived in a different room, missing plot important stuff, as well as other things for me to talk about regarding the area. And no, I was not going to do that to you guys. You know, it turns out that the footage was damaged. So, you know, that's nice. But I've decided to re-record everything from the end of Fort Frolic to the end of the game. So that's why we are still here, and you can thank my capture card for making me look like a liar. Thanks, capture card! You jerk. But who knows? With the benefit of hindsight, maybe re-recording all of this could be a blessing in disguise. Only time will tell. Either way, see y'all in Hephaestus.
Watch yourself. Ryan's stirring. We best keep to our knitting. It's time to either run the table or go home empty. Ryan's got the genetic key to Rapture. We get that from him, and we get out of this hellhole. We don't, then you and I are ghosts. Now would you kindly head to Ryan's office and kill time to finish this.
You know, Atlas, despite you being bloodthirsty, you still maintain being polite. Kudos, good sir. Kudos.
I say Cohen's lost his touch, if you knew him when. He used to believe in the work, in the struggle. And now, he rots in that Neverland, waiting for someone to come and tell him he still got it. I suppose that's why he let you live.
Well, that was very nice of him, Andrew Ryan. Remind me to send Sandra Cohen a gift basket for his generosity. Anyway, across from us is a enhanced thuggish splicer, pretty much. They only, instead of hitting you, or just dealing damage by hitting you, they now deal electrical damage when hitting you. An electrified thuggish splicer is the only variant of thuggish you'll ever see. You won't see one that's on fire, or one that wields ice like Houdini splicers do. So, yeah. But still, if you have electrical flesh strapped onto you, you should be fine. Yeesh. Imagine getting punched there and just seeing Adam, like, pulsating out of the wound. Ugh, gross. Ugh. Apologies if I made anybody vomit out their food while they were watching this. You know, either it be your breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Apologies for that, but, you know, can't help myself. Anyway, let's head down here.
You can taste it, can't you? Andrew Ryan.
Hope you get used to that, because Andrew Ryan's going to be smack-talking you all the way throughout Hephaestus. Ugh. I mean, part of it is entertaining, but slash insightful, but it can get a little grating sometimes, where you're just like, Ryan, shut up. Just take your defeat like a man. It's okay. Just bend the muscles. No, I'm just kidding. You saw right there that I had the incendiary bolt equipped for my crossbow. Pretty much if you fire that at a red barrel, it'll ignite and explode. So utilize that if a splicer walks by any red barrels at all.
Right.
Anyway, audio diary.
Nationalised Fontaine Futuristics. He owns it now, lock, stock and barrel. For the good of the city, he says. He'll break it up in due time, he says. I've resigned from the council and lodged me letter of protest, but that's just pissing in the wind. It'll be war, I say. Unless somebody stops Ryan, right fast.
Oof. Well, as you can see, we're almost maxed out on money. You can only hold up to $500, which makes me wonder why exactly there's an additional 0 there. It's not, you can't break 1,000, which makes no sense to me. Same goes for the atom. You know, you get 4 zeros, but I don't think it's possible to save up to 1,000 atom. You know, I mean, if you don't spend it on anything, but why would you do that? I don't know, maybe challenge run or something like that. Like I said, I have thought about doing a challenge run regarding doing like a wrench only run, you know, or a no gun run. You know, I'd still have to utilize plasmids because they are necessary, but who knows, maybe in the future. As for right now, by picking up that grenade launcher, we get a frag grenade as well as a rocket-propelled grenade, which is always nice. And you can definitely tell this was me just not giving a fuck anymore, because I'm utilizing the chemical thrower far more than I usually do. I'm just burning down the splicers. Like I said, chemical thrower is really good at crowd control for them. Funny enough, while making my way to where I was originally, I did actually utilize liquid nitrogen from the chemical thrower a little bit. And it's fine, you know. I definitely prefer napalm over liquid nitrogen, personally, but it can be very effective for Fort Frolic, as, like I said, spider splicers, especially in that level, love to just swarm around you each time you enter a new, or each time you either exit or enter a new store within Poseidon Plaza or Fort Frolic itself, so it could be helpful. You know, especially when some spider splicers like to get in your way when you're hunting down big daddies that have little sisters with them. You know, you're just trying to get rid of the mild annoyance so you can prep, but spider splicer ain't gonna have it. Gonna cause some chaos, you know? Over here, we see a quarter can of ionic gel. Keep those in mind, as they're going to be very important later. I mean, I hope so. You know, if the developers give them a name like that.
A worm.
Hello, it's a real party in here.
And sees the face of God. But look around. It's a regular convention of worms in here. They all had mothers, fathers, people who loved them. They got married, fucked their wives. What makes you think you're any different? I haven't chosen the spot for you on the wall yet. Let me know if you have a preference.
Well, you do have 2 empty spaces on each wall. Maybe those. Then again, I am wondering if you can harpoon 2 people on the same spike. That'd be interesting.
I had to go jungle style with that filthy ape for 3 weeks, but he finally spilled the beans on how to get to Andrew Ryan. Generate a sympathetic overload in harmonic chord number 3. That's simple. Now all I gotta do is figure out what the hell a sympathetic overload is, and for that matter, a harmonic chord number 3. Piece of cake for an electrical engineer. Too bad I designed ladies' shoes. Gonna go see the grease monkeys left alive in heat loss monitoring. See what I can shake out of their trees.
Damn it, Andrew.
Parasites who ever tried to walk in stolen shoes. I'd explain the science that renders what you're trying to do impossible, but that would be like playing Mozart for a tree frog.
People with less power have accomplished great things, Andrew Ryan. I mean, considering you and a bunch of people built Rapture, I figured you know that better than anybody. But before we can collect the goodies in that room, we have to deal with these splicers over here. And as you saw right there, I totally used the proximity mine the wrong fashion. But who cares? I'm burning this poor fucker alive. As well as this Houdini splicer alive with his own fire.
Rapture is coming back to life.
Not his own, but my fire anyway.
Returning to her lungs. The shops reopening, the schools humming with the thoughts of young minds. My city will live. My city will thrive. And when that day comes, use your tombstone for pavement tiles.
Well, at least they'll still be useful to the city, Andrew Ryan. As you can see, the enemies in Hephaestus are significantly bulkier than any type of splicer you've encountered in previous levels. So if you're going to get any upgrades for your plasmids, you be sure to get them now. Speaking of upgrades, we got Frozen Field 2, which is like Frozen Field 1, except better. I didn't explain what Frozen Field 1 did previously, but it basically acts like electrical flash. You know, you take less damage from ice attacks, and you deal more damage with ice attacks. It also turns your wrench into a ice club, so you'll be dealing damage. That's how you'll be dealing out ice damage. Not only that, but you'll also have a chance to freeze your enemy, which is also very, very nice. But let's inspect this corpse here, and we find another audio diary. Take a listen.
I never killed a man, let alone a mate. But this is what things come to. I don't know if killing Mr. Ryan will stop the war, but I know it won't stop while that man breathes. I love Mr. Ryan, but I love Ratchet. If I have to kill one to save the other, so be it.
For those that are watching, can I get an F in the comments for Bill McDonough? I'm not sure if those of you watching have read the Bioshock novel. It actually takes place a few years before the first game. In the book, actually, Bill McDonough is the main character, and it actually explores his friendship with Ryan and, you know, what led to his death ultimately. It's really tragic, but that's a topic for later. As next time on Bioshock, we'll be delving further into Hephaestus and seeing if we can find a way to override the circuit breaker that'll lead us straight to Andrew Ryan. See you guys then.
I spent the afternoon trying to get as close to Ryan's gate as possible without making a spectacle of myself. He's got it shielded 6 ways till Easter. There's no way into that base. All I got for my trouble was the hairy eyeball from Ryan's splicer mates. That's the reward you get for trying to outsmart the best electrical engineer of our generation.
I just got the word to put the bump on Anna Culpepper. This isn't some gangster or hard-nosed political operative. We're talking about a dizzy twist what wrote a song or two that got under Ryan's wig.
What is the difference between a man and a parasite? A man builds, a parasite asks, where's my share? A man creates, a parasite says, what will the neighbors think? A man invents, a parasite says, watch out, or you might tread on the toes of God.